go. Yeah, that autofocus is just so bad. Hold on. Let's. Okay. That should put us working. What's up, guys? Been a hot minute. So, I have a couple hours before I have a job interview. So I thought maybe we'd sit here and play a little Star Wars. So I have both Petronki and SWU set up. In fact, I should probably just pull up YouTube. Okay. There we go. Should be in the description where you can find everything. So, we are going to be playing Star Wars Unlimited today. I'm rather excited because this is my favorite card game right now, and I do mean that. I actually want to look into maybe tweaking this deck a little bit. I wonder if I can make a copy of it. Because most of these decks... Copy... Let's refresh. Hmm. Oh, wow. These are just flat out decks. Huh. That's new. Anyway, so like I said, we are going to play some Star Wars Unlimited. Yes, that is a big Star Wars Unlimited cardboard display, which I'm very proud of. But we are going to play with a couple of these decks here. And I want to... Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a deck. And I just want to see... how it does. So... Meet the minimum size requirement? Oh? What's wrong with this? Oh! Yeah, that'd be why. Okay. Well, you don't want to know something? That's an easy fix. Not that box. Hold on. Alright. Not that one. So it should be this one. Perfect. So, the Star Wars Unlimited kit. You get these from your pre-releases, which I did go to, actually. Okay. Let's start loading in my cards, shall we? Before we go too far... If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm sorting my cards out. That way I can pull what I think goes where. Perfect. Alright. So I got my leader, Admiral Akbar, my land, or my base, which is a red aggressive card. Be the War Juggernaut. Nope, it is not. Okay. There it is. In my personal opinion, the War Juggernaut is one of the best red cards they have right now. That just came out from Jump to Lightspeed. It's one of the best aggressive cards there is. just because the strategy behind it is just so powerful. For 6 resources, I play a card that literally does 1 damage to everything on the board. If you have 1 hit point, you're dead. If you don't, he gets +1/+0 bigger. Which makes this deck pretty mean. 3 Frisks. Just a piece of removal. Same thing with the Disabling Fang Fighters. They are removal. They defeat an upgrade just straight up. And when dealing with... if I can get more of these, that'd be fantastic. Three Piercing Shots, which is, again, removal. Stay. 2 stay on targets. And these are only in the deck as placeholders. 2 Red Squadron Y-Wings. And they are a placeholder for this. For Red 3. When I get more physical copies of Red 3, I want to replace the Red Squadron Y-Wings with them. I feel I have enough early game stuff to make it matter. So, let's get 2 copies of Jump to Lightspeed. Let's get 3 copies of Barrel Roll. I think I have 2. No, I have 3 copies of this. 3 copies of the Gorilla Soldier. This I know I have 3 of. The Razor's Crust. This card is so good. Because when the Razor's Crest becomes piloted, you can bounce something back to somebody's hand if it's 2 or less, but if it's exhausted, it becomes 4 or less. And with a couple of the pilots in this deck, it's a decent set of removal. It definitely slows down the tempo, which is what we want. I guess I only have 2 of these. 2 copies of Waylay. And I have 3 copies of Rafa Martinez. Now, the thing with Rafa Martinez is she works well with the War Juggernauts, because you can pre-damage some of your stuff. So when the War Juggernaut comes down, it doesn't have to blow up it doesn't have to hit your stuff either. You can literally have it focus on your opponent's stuff. This, in my opinion, is one of the best pilots of the entire game. Anakin Skywalker is one of the best pilots, and the reason why is because whenever the unit that he is attached to completes an attack, you bounce it back to your hand, you literally throw it down for another 2, so if you've got like 8 resources and you've got a bunch of ships, literally throw Anakin down, swing with the ship, put Anakin back in your hand, put him back down, swing again. It makes for a nice little combo, because Anakin gives +2/+3, and it's really nice. Now this is one of my land units. And the point of it is it's a 2-3 for 2 with ambush, so if my opponent plays something, relatively speaking, that I have to deal with, like, right then and there, I have the option to do so. But I don't necessarily have to deal with it right then and there. Now this is the second best pilot of the entire deck. R2-D2. And the reason why is because when he is piloted on another vehicle, he does not count himself as a pilot because his ability literally says the upgrade can be played on a friendly vehicle unit with a pilot, so if it already has one, it's fine. Attached unit gains. You may play or deploy one additional pilot on this unit. R2-D2 literally says if there is a pilot on this ship, I am a secondary pilot, that is okay. R2 literally cares about having additional pilots. If it wasn't for the fact that he is a unique, he would be busted. But because he's unique, and there's no way to have multiple uniques on board. Now this card I have found that I've started to resource it a lot more. The dedicated wingman. But it's still decent. Come on. There we go. 3 dedicated wingmen. It's still okay to be able to resource it. So, the thing about this deck is it's set up in a way where if I stop resourcing at 6, the deck still functions. Because the only things that are big is the War Juggernaut. The War Juggernaut is the only 6-drop in the deck. This is my favorite ship to drop early game. Turn 1, Resistance X-Wing. Because if you can get it set up with a pilot, like give it R2, it gets a +1/+1 if it has a pilot on it. So for a turn 1 space unit, it's not terrible. Now this vehicle I am debating on removing. I'm debating on removing it and replacing it with something else. Just because, yes, it's really good, it gives you another resource and whatnot, but I feel like there's a better deck I can put it in. But right now, I need to have the deck ready to actually do stuff with it. So, and guess what? This deck has a sideboard. So we are going to put the sideboard in. We got 2 shoot downs. Two smoke and cinders. Two shadowed intentions. Two electromagnetic pulses. And 2 heavy fighters. Come on. Oh, too many. So, you're probably wondering, why are these in the sideboard? Well, the Kogalin heavy fighters are in here in case I need just a little bit more of indirect damage. Just to have a little bit more damage flying around. The electromagnetic pulses are in case I'm going up against somebody who's running droids or vehicles, and I can hit them for 2, exhaust them. It's not bad. Smoke and Cinders is specifically for card draw decks, in case I run into heavy card draw, and to the point where I'm getting beaten out because of card advantage. Because what it does is each player discards all but 2 cards from their hand. So we both end up with 2 cards in our hand. Shoot Down is more removal in case I need it. Piercing Shot is in the deck because it defeats all shields, and every unit in the game will have shields on, can have shields on them, whereas Shoot Down requires it to be a space unit. So if I'm going up against somebody who uses a lot of space units, I like to have Shoot Down in the sideboard so I can just side it out. Now, Shadowed Intentions is if in case I'm running into somebody who runs a bunch of control, because it says attached unit gains, this unit cannot be captured, defeated, or returned to its owner's hand by enemy card abilities. So, it makes it rather nice to be able to just be like, yeah, no. We're not going to put up with that. That's not happening. But that's the deck, and I'm going to take it out today and try and honestly try and get some wins with it, see what I can do to improve the deck. Let's change the deck name. There we go. I have always loved Admiral Akbar. He's one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe, and it's purely because of the line, "It's a trap!" Need to look at some stuff. That's what I thought. Oh, looks like we're a go. I'm gonna go first. Let's see what happens. Piercing Shot, Waylay, Stay on Target, Dedicated Wingman, Fang Fighter. Yeah, we got a mulligan that. That's better. That is definitely better. We will put the Red Squadron Y-Wing. Ignore the aspect penalty on Spectre cards you play. Okay, so I could be running into anything here. We will drop the Disabling Fang Fighter. But we're going to start with a Resistance X-Wing, see what happens. I'll put that one down. So I think I got an Anakin here. Ooh, okay. Okay, so you took captive my Resistance X-Wing. Drop the barrel roll. We will Piercing Shot that and take it back. Discard a card from your hand. Let's put the Resistance X-Wing down. We're gonna waylay that to your hand. Stay on target, hit your base, draw a card. Okay. And throw the gorilla soldiers down. Okay. We're in an Akbar. We will pilot the Resistance X-Wing. Get rid of the experience counter. And then Rafa Martinez. Just to get it out. Take initiative. Mm-mm. Pass. I'm gonna hold on to it. Let's Razor's Crest. Hmm. Okay, I killed Rafa. That makes sense, I suppose. Let's Akbar. Whoops. That was not what I wanted to do. Deploy. Should have kept it open. It's okay. Shit happens. We're gonna take out Hera. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You got me. GG. Alright. Try again. Yeah, the Gorilla Soldiers just makes this deck way too slow. I think I need to put in another early game unit. Another early game. Either a early game ground unit or an early game flying unit. Something that lets me start doing Akbar's ability real fast. But, yeah. That's an interesting question. Did they change that rule? let's see. I've got an early game play. I've got some hand traps. No, I'm okay with this. Greedo, huh? Okay. Oh. Yes, we're gonna do that now. I know it seems weird, but I'm not. He's not gonna. He's not gonna do it right away. Okay. Drop stay on target. Drop guerrilla soldiers. Uh, Opponent can receive 3 indirect. So yeah, he's not gonna drop. Is he gonna drop it on his base? He's gonna drop 1 on his base. Guerrilla soldiers is still gonna untap because of it. We're gonna hit your base back for 2. Pass. I want to keep all of these. We'll drop the barrel roll because I gotta have something on board to do it. We'll Saban's masterpiece for the turn. Exhaust. Pass. There we go. I like to see that. I don't like to see not being able to crew it right away, but I like to see it. Let's pitch. Let's pitch jump to lightspeed, I guess. I hate pitching it. Yeah, that makes sense. But we are gonna return that to your hand. If you do, give it to a friendly unit as well. Okay. Well. Okay, let's exhaust. Exhaust theirs. Attack your face. I like to see that. I like to see the Razor's Crest on top of R2. That I like to see. Drop the Red Squadron Y-Wing, because I don't need it. Now if he drops a 4-drop, I can bounce it and get rid of it. That's gonna hurt. Okay. Okay. But let's Anakin on Saban's masterpiece. Because I can Razor's Crest and then R2. R2 doesn't cost anything to pilot. Okay. Yeah, let's attack with Saban's masterpiece. Exhaust theirs. I will return Annie to my hand. Razor's Crest. Pilot R2 on the Razor's Crest. Return that to your hand. GG. You got me. That was a closer game than the last one we played, though. That was a closer game than the last one we played. Yeah, I think the deck's just too slow. I'm trying to figure out how to speed it up, and it's just not coming to me. It's not a bad deck. Like, I've taken this to locals, and I've won a few games with it. I've consistently gotten in the top 3, so it's not a bad deck. It's just not... When you have access to every card in the format... No, I'm not a fan of this. Oh, that's worse. That's way worse. That is so much worse. Take initiative. Yeah, I have some stuff in my hand. I just need to... Pitch the R2. I should have kept the R2. Should have pitched the Annie. Oh well. Let's just... Yeah, we'll pop that. Pop your droid. Deals 3 indirect. We will put that on my base. I don't care. Excuse me? I already did it. Okay, 3 on the base again, I guess. That's weird. Take the initiative. Let's get a ship here, please. That works. We'll drop the Annie. So I can either red 3 or guerrilla soldiers here. I think we need the red 3. We need to get a spaceship. We need to get this going. I'll put that on the red 3. It's fine. Take initiative. Landing shuttle's good. I like landing shuttle. Landing shuttle. Okay, you know what? We'll drop the guerrilla soldiers. We're in a war juggernaut. Usually don't want a war juggernaut until I've got a bunch of shit out on board, but I gotta get something going here. I'll take the initiative. Great. Keep what I got. Let's resistance X-Wing. I kind of want him to play something big so I can waylay it. I'm not gonna lie. I took initiative, huh? Okay. Drop the jump to light speed. Disabling Fang Fighter? Sad disabling Fang Fighter, but disabling Fang Fighter nonetheless. I'll take initiative on this one. Stay on target, hit your base. Ratha's okay. Yeah, let's Rafa. Masterpiece. Deploy Akbar. Oh, what the hell am I doing? Fuck. Take initiative. Drop Fisk. We're gonna waylay Dooku. Basically force him to replay Dooku. Let's resistance X-Wing. I have not been able to keep anything on this fucking board. I have not been able to keep anything on this fucking board. Use that ability again. Oh, shit. That's cool. That is actually kind of cool. When you use a when-defeated ability, double it. I might look into actually doing that and building that. That is really cool. Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah, I've got nothing. You got it. Planetary Bombardment's good. I may need to look into getting me a couple for a $20 fucking card. Let's try this. I'll go first. Let's go. Let's see. I have a couple 2-drops. I'm happy with this. Put the Guerrilla Soldiers down. I'll take initiative. If an enemy unit was defeated this phase, heal 1 damage from your base. Okay. I mean, pitch Piercing Shot, Rafa? Or, you know what, we'll pitch Frisk. And we're in a Rafa this turn. Rafa Martinez. I'll do a damage to Rafa. Ready a resource. Will Akbar. I'll take initiative. I'll put the Resistance X-Wing down. And we're going to stay on target using Resistance X-Wing. Cool. I like R2. We'll exhaust. Take initiative. Power of the Dark Side. What's that do? We'll take this X-Wing out. Damn. I don't want to pitch any of these. They're all good. I think the best one to pitch is Piercing Shot, if I'm being honest. It's either Piercing Shot or R2. Actually, we'll pitch Saban's Masterpiece. I like the Masterpiece, but I need to do this. We're gonna Piercing Shot Dr. Pierce and get rid of it. I can't let you keep drawing cards, dude. I can't. Reveal up to 4. Okay. Well, let's exhaust Akbar, make another X-Wing. Where the hell did all those experience counters come from? For each card revealed this way, give an experience token. Duh. Okay. Yeah, I'll pass. Hey, I'm happy to see Waylay. Cool. We'll pitch the Guerrilla Soldiers. Well, what I can do is I can also Razor's Crest and Razor's Crest away this thing. But we're going to Akbar. Plater Leader. I mean, do I Annie? Swing? puts me at 3, so I can still waylay that back to hand. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Pilot, resistance X-Wing. Yeah, and I can still waylay this thing back to hand, which means he'll have to play it next turn. What'd you do? Take control of a non-leader unit, then defeat it. Okay, well, that sucks, but waylay, bounce that back to hand. Well, Akbar. Yeah, swing at your base. Okay. Pass. I mean, he plays that thing again, I waylay it. Power of the Dark Side, Supreme Leader Snoke. And Perilous position? Interesting. I mean, yeah, we just waylay it back to your hand, force you to do it again. Then we'll frisk. Defeat your shield token. Okay. I mean, drop jump to light speed? Whoa! Ruh-roh. Okay. Well. Yeah. I think we still guerrilla soldiers. I can't make X-Wings anymore. Not as long as Snoke's on the board. And he's an 8-drop, which sucks, but I have no choice to deal with it, but deal with it. I'll play the Mandalorian. I'll take the initiative. Yeah, this opponent doesn't run any space shit, so that does me no good. I think... Yeah, I think we gotta do it. Yeah. And then we'll do a damage to everything. Including... No. Excluding himself. Yeah, I can't bounce anything back. He's got it. You got it, dude. Yeah. So like I said, I've got some things I need to do with it, but I feel pretty confident with what that was able to get me. So I know that I need to pitch the Guerrilla Soldiers. I think I need to pitch the Saban's Masterpieces and try and get something a little bit more aggressive out. I need to get some more fast shit put into the deck. But that in mind, I've got an interview here in an hour for a job, so I've got to let you guys go. Thanks for being with me, and have a good day. Peace.